Hello and compliment of the season to you. We're glad to have you join us this hour on African News 24 television for news and report of events making the round the world. I'm Timothy Crown, Aderibigbe. Let's take the headlines first. Minister of the FCT, Nyesom Wike, denies vowing to hold down PDP for Tinubu ahead of 2027 presidential election. 3 persons killed as security operatives clash with suspected drug peddlers in KATSINA State. Former boxing heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua injured in road accident that claimed 2 lives in Ogun State. And now to the meat of the bulletin. We begin with politics with the denial by the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike over allegations by the Governor of Oyo State, Makinde, that he promised to hold on the People's Democratic Party for President Bola Tinubu's re-election in 2027 presidential election. Wike made the denial during a media chat in Port Harcourt, the River State capital today, where he described the allegation as a blatant lie and suggested that the Oyo State governor was speaking from frustration and lack of courage to openly declare his own presidential ambition. The former governor expressed frustration with how the Oyo State governor, Makinde, called him, saying it had never called him Wike. In a related development, Oyo State Governor Makinde and former Governor of Ekiti State Ayodele FAYOSE are locked in a political dispute over federal relief funds linked to the BODIJA explosion in Ibadan, the Oyo State capital. FAYOSE claimed that the federal government released 50 billion naira to Oyo State, accusing Makinde of hiding the funds from the public. In response, the governor's media aide says only 30 billion naira was released, explaining that 4.5 billion naira went directly to victims, while the rest was used for reconstruction and security. Makinde'S camp insists documents cited by FAYOSE only show a request, not proof of payment, and describes the allegations as politically motivated ahead of the 2027 elections. Meanwhile, the All Progressives Congress in Oyo State has demanded a full account of the funds as political tensions continue to rise. From politics to security, 3 persons have been killed following a clash between security operatives and suspected drug peddlers in KATSINA State. The violence broke out in Sabuwa, KATSINA, after operatives attempted to arrest a suspected drug dealer. The confrontation escalated, leading to multiple deaths and the burning of an NSCDC outpost and motorcycles. Security agencies say the situation is now under control while investigations are ongoing. Now, the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency says it has arrested an ex-convict, Nwobodo Basil, and 3 cargo agents over a cocaine consignment concealed in liquid starch sachet and bound for the United Kingdom at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Ikeja, Lagos. In a statement by the spokesperson of the NDLEA, Femi Babafemi, operatives recovered 75 parcels of cocaine weighing 1.50 kilograms from factory-sealed cold water starch sachet at the airport's export shed. He said 3 cargo agents, Jubrin Asana, Kuku Oluwasegun, and Igwe Jane, were arrested on Saturday, December the 20th, 2025, while investigations later led to the arrest of 37-year-old Nwobodo at a relaxation center in Ikeja. And to some labor matters, as the Nigerian Association of Resident Doctors has warned of a possible nationwide strike over the federal government's failure to implement a memorandum of understanding signed with the union. In a statement issued by Secretary General Dr. Shuaibu Ibrahim, NAT said it may resume an indefinite strike if agreed demands are not met, noting that it suspended its last industrial action on November the 29th after the government pledged to act within 4 weeks. The association is urging urgent intervention to avert another shutdown of medical services across the country. For some weeks now, many Nigerians have been crisscrossing different parts of the country as part of plans to celebrate the Yuletide season. While they travel, some of them have been raising concerns either over safety of travelers or the high cost of travel. African News 24 television correspondent Praise Adeleke visited different modes of travel to feel the pulse of these travelers.
Rising insecurity across the country has heightened fear among citizens, especially those who rely on the road transportation to go about their day-to-day activities. Despite growing concerns on safety, people and many Nigerians still continue to rely on road transportation.
Rising insecurity across Nigeria is reshaping how people travel, with fear now a major factor in transportation choices. From kidnappings to armed attacks on highways, many citizens says road travel no longer feels safe. Yet, despite these concerns, Nigerians are still on the move by air, rail and road. Today, we visited 3 major modes of transportation to understand how insecurity is influencing travel decisions. At the local airport, travelers say safety is their top concern. Many explain that although air travel is more expensive, they consider it faster and more secure than long road journeys.
Insecurity of the country, so that is why nobody wants to risk his life. Maybe, for example, they say flight is 200 or 300 and you are running away of 300 to pay and you go enter what is it called, a bus of 50,000 or 70,000 naira, and at the end of the day, God forbid, maybe something happen, they say you should bring 100 million before they release you.
Nigeria, with the current state of insecurity, kidnapping, I'd rather pay for the high cost of flight, like high cost of ticket, than to pay a ransom.
At the rail station today, we are speaking with passengers, we are speaking with commuters to hear their various reasons why they chose to use the railway transportation rather than the road or air transportation.
With growing confidence in rail services, trains are increasingly seen as a safer alternative. Many commuters pointed to affordability, reduced security risk, and improved rail services as reasons they now prefer trains to road or air travel.
I think I'll go for the train because it's more organized. You know when the train is taking off, you know when it's landing, and you have like more security. I think I'll go with the train.
For me, the train is even cheaper for me. From Ibadan, taking bus or cab is like 8,000 plus, but for train 6,500, 3,000, and security again. So I just prefer train.
Despite widespread fears, road transport remains the most accessible option for many Nigerians. Some cited cost, availability, and lack of alternatives, while others said they simply have no choice but to travel by road despite the risk.
I'm not with enough money, so I will follow in the transport. If you have the money, I will follow flights to make me safe. That's why I prefer to use motor to move to Asaba.
I'm very scared, to say the truth, to say the honest. I'm very scared due to the mandate on the way. So to walk on the road this time around is somehow sharp because time I've already gone.
From the skies to the rails and roads, insecurity is clearly influencing how Nigerians move from one place to another. While some can afford safer or faster options, many are left navigating difficult choices, balancing cost, convenience, and safety. As insecurity persists, the way Nigerians travel continues to evolve, highlighting the urgent need for improved safety across all modes of transportation. Reporting from the field, Praise Adeleke, African News 24 TV.
We'll go on a break now. When we return, we'll be telling you what some lawmakers are saying concerning the tax regime that will be on business. Join us again. Welcome back. And on business, President Bola Tinubu has approved the cancellation of a large portion of debt owed by the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited to the Federation account, following a reconciliation exercise. About $1.42 billion and 5.57 trillion naira in legacy debts have been wiped off, according to a report presented at the November meeting of the Federation Allocation Committee. The approval covers NNPCL's outstanding obligations up to December the 31st, 2024, based on recommendations by a joint reconciliation committee. However, the regulator says fresh debt incurred in 2025 remain and will continue to be monitored for recovery. And the last is yet to be heard about the controversy surrounding the new tax regime expected to take effect from January the 1st, 2026. This is as the minority caucus of the House of Representatives has urged the federal government to suspend the implementation of the new tax reform laws amid allegations that the versions gazetted differ from those passed by the National Assembly. The caucus said the suspension should remain until investigations into the alleged alterations are conducted and clarity is restored. Controversy erupted after a lawmaker raised concerns over discrepancies between the bills approved by lawmakers and those circulated by the public to the public, prompting the House to set up a committee to investigate. While President Bola Tinubu has signed the 4 tax reform bills into law, the minority caucus has called on Nigerians to disregard any tax laws lacking proper certification, stressing its commitment to safeguarding legislative integrity. And on the foreign scene, at least 13 people have been confirmed killed after an interoceanic train carrying about 250 passengers derailed in Mexico's southern state of Oaxaca. The Mexican Navy disclosed that the train came off the tracks near the town of Nezanda with 9 crew members and 241 passengers on board. Officials said 139 people were out of danger, while 98 sustained injuries, including 36 who were receiving medical attention. President Claudia Sheinbaum said 5 of the injured were in critical condition and that senior government officials had been deployed to the scene to coordinate emergency response efforts and support affected families. Meanwhile, Mexico's Attorney General's office has opened an investigation into the cause of the derailment. From Mexico to the United States, where President Donald Trump has offered Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky a 15-year security guarantees as part of a revised peace plan to end the war with Russia. Though Kyiv is pushing for guarantees lasting up to 50 years, Zelensky disclosed this after talks with the U.S. President Donald Trump in Florida, where both leaders said a peace deal is about 90% complete with security guarantees, territorial issues, and Russian-occupied Zaporizhzhia nuclear plant still unresolved. Trump said the deal is close, with European allies expected to play a major role in enforcing guarantees. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen and French President Emmanuel Macron have welcomed progress, with further talks on Ukraine security expected in Paris next month, even as fighting continues on the ground. And to sport now, world-renowned boxer Anthony Joshua was involved in a road accident in Makun, Ogun State along the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway today. At the moment, he's been hospitalized. The incident occurred on the busy highway where the vehicle conveying Joshua reportedly collided with another car under circumstances that are yet to be determined. An eyewitness who participated in the rescue operation says that Joshua sustained minor injuries, while 2 other persons were confirmed dead at the scene. Emergency responders were said to have acted swiftly to evacuate the injured, though the identities of the deceased have not been released. Meanwhile, traffic officials and security operatives have cordoned off the crash site as investigations continue. Officers of the Federal Road Safety Corps and the Ogun State Traffic Compliance and Enforcement Agency, TRACE, were present at the scene, while fans have taken to social media to express concern and wish the boxer a speedy recovery. And Cristiano Ronaldo has restated his ambition to win more trophies and reach the historic milestone of 1,000 career goals. The football legend made the declaration at the 16th Globe Soccer Awards held in Dubai, where he was also named Best Middle East Player. Ronaldo said his passion for the game remains strong, insisting that regardless of where he plays, Europe or the Middle East, his focus is on winning titles and scoring goals. The Al Nassr forward added that if he avoids injuries, he is confident of reaching the 1,000 goal mark. Already one of football's most decorated players, Ronaldo's pursuit of new record shows no sign of slowing down, as fans around the world watch closely to see how far he can still go. To entertainment, Wizkid rounded off a landmark year for Afrobeat with a sold-out high-energy concert. The Future Fest show delivered a thrilling mix of chart-topping hits, powerful stage presence, and strong fan connection. The Grammy-winning star performed songs from his latest album, Morayo, while thrilling the crowd with surprise appearances from Tiwa Savage, Young John, and Pokoli. The night also drew notable attention with the presence of Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, underscoring the cultural importance of the event. Allwell's brother has called out Nollywood A-list actors over what he described as hypocritical tribute following his sister's death. In a strongly worded message, he questioned why many of those posting RIP never supported Allwell while she was alive. According to him, she was never cast in their cinema project, including major productions, nor did they promote her movies or YouTube TV work. He also criticized inaccurate claims about her age, stressing that Allwell was not even 43 years old. That's the much we can take at this time. We're glad to know you're still there. Please follow us for more on these stories and stay connected with us on all our social media platforms. And don't forget to visit our website at africanews24.ng for the latest updates to stay informed and ahead. I'm Timothy Crown, Aderibigbe. Do have a good evening.